Welcome to iEnglish, lessons that instruct, inform, and inspire. I'm your teacher, Neda Bezerra. Hi, welcome to lesson number 4. Where do you live? I live in Brazil. Let's repeat after me. Where do you live? Where do you live? I live in Brazil. I live in Brazil. Very good. Now tell me, agora me diga, where does Andrea Bocelli live? He lives in Italy. Let's repeat after me. Where does Andrea Bocelli live? He lives in Italy. He lives in Italy. Very good. You're doing really well. And where does Julia Roberts live? She lives in the United States. She lives in the United States. Let's repeat after me. Where does Julia Roberts live? She lives in the United States. She lives in the United States. Agora vamos conjugar o verbo to live no simple present, no presente simples. O verbo to live significa morar, como vocês já devem ter percebido. I live, you live, he lives, she lives, it lives, we live, you live, they live. Novamente, let's do it once again. Repeat after me. I live, you live, he lives, she lives, it lives, we live, you live, they live. Agora nós vamos conjugar o verbo to live usando frases completas. Vamos lá? Where do you live? I live in Copenhagen. I live in Copenhagen. Let's repeat after me. I live in Copenhagen. Very good. You're doing really well. You live in Berlin. You live in Berlin. Let's repeat after me. You live in Berlin. You live in Berlin. Very good. You're doing really well. He lives in New York City. He lives in New York City. She lives in New York City. She lives in New York City. It lives in Hamburg. Again, it lives in Hamburg. It lives in Hamburg. Very good. You're doing really well. We live in Florence. We live in Florence. Let's repeat after me. We live in Florence. We live in Florence. You live in Oslo. You live in Oslo. Let's repeat after me. You live in Oslo. Let's repeat again. You live in Oslo. Very good. You're doing really well. They live in London. They live in London. Let's repeat after me. They live in London. They live in London. Very good. You're doing really, really well. Let's recap now. Vamos recapitular. Where do you live? I live in... E aí você vai colocar o nome do lugar onde você mora. Vamos supor que você mora em Berlim. Você diz, I live in Berlin. Se você quer perguntar onde ela mora, você diz, where does she live? Where does she live? She lives in... Vamos supor que ela mora em Florença, você diz, she lives in Florence, ok? Você vai usar o auxiliar do com os pronomes I, eu, you, você, we, nós, you, vocês, they, eles. Let's practice. Where do I live? Onde eu moro. Where do you live? Onde você mora. Where do we live? Onde nós moramos. Where do they live? Onde eles moram. Okay? Let's repeat after me. Where do I live? Where do you live? Where do we live? Where do they live? Very good. You're doing really well. So let's practice once again. Where do you live? I live in Bergen. Let's repeat after me. Where do you live? I live in Bergen. Very good. You're doing really well. Você vai utilizar o auxiliar das com os pronomes he, ele, she, ela and it para coisas inanimadas e animais. Let's practice. Where does he live? Onde ele mora. Where does she live? Onde ela mora. Where does it live? Onde ele ou ela mora. So let's repeat after me. Where does he live? Where does she live? Where does it live? Very good. You're doing really well. Now let's practice. Where does she live? She lives in Chicago. Where does she live? She lives in Chicago. Where does he live? He lives in Lancaster. Where does he live? He lives in Lancaster. Very good. You're doing really well. Now let's conjugate this verb. Vamos conjugar este verbo. I live, you live, he lives, she lives, it lives, we live, you live, they live. Let's do it once again. I live, you live, he lives, she lives, it lives, we live, you live, they live. Excellent. Agora, nós vamos aprender a dizer de onde nós somos. I'm from... E aí você coloca o nome do seu país. Let's repeat after me. I'm from Brazil. I'm from Brazil. Repeat again. I'm from Brazil. Very good. You're doing really well. Queen Elizabeth is from England. A Rainha Elizabeth é da Inglaterra. Let's repeat after me. Queen Elizabeth is from England. Queen Elizabeth is from England. Emperor Akihito is from Japan. Emperor Akihito is from Japan. O Imperador Akihito é do Japão. Let's repeat after me. Emperor Akihito is from Japan. Emperor Akihito is from Japan. Very good. Emmanuel Macron is from France. Emmanuel Macron is from France. Let's repeat once again. Emmanuel Macron is from France. Excellent. Angela Merkel is from Germany. Angela Merkel is from Germany. Let's repeat once again. Angela Merkel is from Germany. Very good. Macron and Merkel are from Europe. Macron and Merkel are from Europe. Let's repeat once again. Macron and Merkel are from Europe. Very good. Where is Angela Merkel from? She's from Germany. Let's repeat after me. Where is Angela Merkel from? She's from Germany. Once again, where is Angela Merkel from? She's from Germany. Very good. And where are you from? Can you tell me? Where are you from? I'm from Brazil. Let's repeat once again. I'm from Brazil. Very good. E nós vamos terminar a lição de hoje com mais um provérbio da língua inglesa. Let's repeat after me. Birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. Você sabe o que significa isso? Significa pássaros da mesma plumagem voam juntos. Ou seja, diga-me com quem andas, que te direi quem és. So, let's repeat once again. Birds of a feather flock together. Very good. Ok, chegamos ao final da nossa lição 4, lesson number 4, from our English course, iEnglish. Lessons that instruct, inform and inspire. I'm your teacher, Neda Bezerra. Obrigada pela companhia e eu espero ver você para mais uma lição interessante. Se você tiver alguma dúvida ou alguma pergunta, pode me fazer na área de comentários. Eu responderei. Se você gostou dessa aula, por favor, se inscreva no canal, curta e compartilhe. Obrigada. Bye bye!